Um, so I started about around 7 years old in Havana, Cuba. And my first teacher was a Russian immigrant that lived in Havana. And when I was 14 years old, that teacher spoke to my parents, and she said, you know, if you want Ilmar to keep developing, I think he should go abroad. And back then, for a Cuban, the most suitable option would be to go to Russia because it was part of the communist bloc. It was unthinkable for a Cuban to come to the States to study. Probably not allowed. So I did, and it was very traumatizing to leave my tropical island and the comfort of home to all of a sudden be, somewhere so remote, and which felt also very, I don't know, cold, not only in weather but in human relations too. Yep.
Was that in Moscow?
Yes, I did my high school in Moscow, so I had to learn the language, and I learned a lot, of course, about violin technique and music in general. Locally, my life took me into a different direction. I went after that to Madrid, Spain. I could speak my native language, Spanish, and it was a huge contrast coming from a really modest dorm to all of the sudden being at a really beautiful private school owned by the Queen of Spain, who I met because only she could give a full scholarship, which would include living in a wonderful chalet that I never forget that we used to have. I don't know how to say it politely. We used to have servants. We used to have a lady that will bring us food. We had a tablecloth, proper utensils, and it was just like a Harry Potter movie. So for a Cuban coming from Moscow, it felt like some sort of dream. I went to the palace a couple of times, played for the queen and her guests, and that ended. Like everything, you should continue on. So I enrolled at USC just to have some official school, but my main goal was to study with Heifetz assistants. After that, very quick, I realized that you need to make a living in the States. So I figured that the route would be the orchestral route. So it's like, you know what, it's time for me to go to New York. So I came to New York and studied with Glenn Dictorow. Now he retired, but the concertmaster of New York Philharmonic. Then after that, it fell in my lap to be part of the Harlem Quartet. And he even told me, you owe it to it. You owe it to yourself to do something more free, more artistic. The orchestra is great, but I think you should go for something more free. I'm like, are you sure? I could use the money, and and I'm very glad I took the route of chamber music because it's very fulfilling, and also it allows me to pursue this mission which we hold very dear of bringing music to places where they won't come out. So I cannot, tell a whole orchestra go see New York Philharmonic, but I can actually come to a school in Harlem and bring classical music to them. So it's a career path that is very fulfilling.
So do you, I mean, obviously you have to speak for all four of you, but
Right.
is there like a quartet performance maybe in a venue that was really extraordinary, or just that particularly spoke to you for some reason?
Right. Well, I have to mention, and I think everybody agrees with me, playing at the White House for sitting President Obama and First Lady Michelle was actually spectacular. We were not nervous playing. We got nervous meeting them afterwards, and we took a picture that we cherish. We really adore this picture, and that was just so incredible. He has such an aura, this guy, and just playing for a president of the United States, regardless of your political affiliation, is such an honor, and we were really floored just being in the White House. We only see that on TV. They show us the different rooms, treated us with such respect. I remember feeling like dignitary, not like help, but like dignitaries. Like the way they, especially the president and first lady, the way they address us is like they will address the president of a country or something. It was amazing.
So could you just pick one of the pieces on the program and talk to us a little bit about why you perform it, what you like about it?
So at the Octoroom Balls, it has a already cheeky title. We asked Winton like, what's up with that? And as you know, he's from New Orleans, and in New Orleans, octorooms are like an eighth black. I didn't know that word. That's how you call a person that is an eighth black. Back in the days, they felt superior to like a full black person. So they used to have these high society black people balls where they would dress up and have dances. So he's making a racial commentary there, and just in the title alone. And it has 7 movements. The first movement is written for violin 1, so we never performed that because I refuse to play a movement with my entire quartet there sitting. But it's fun to listen to. It starts with like a violin tuning, which is depicting like the beginning of the ball. It brings to life the history and the sonority of New Orleans in a very unusual setting, which is a string quartet. So we have to embody trumpets, stand-up bass. We have to embody that sound that he grew up with. And it's a lot of fun for the audience. It's definitely programmatic.